Hello everyone, welcome to Strategic Timeout, match number 35 IPL 2023. We just witnessed a very close game, between Delhi and Hyderabad, DC versus SRH, where it looked like SRH was going to win the game with ease, but Delhi defended a low total of 144, and we've been seeing this trend in the past few games where teams have been defending low scores. So, now coming to this game, Gujarat versus Mumbai, again, two very popular teams. One just defended a very low total, a miraculous win against LSG, and one came agonizingly close to chasing a 200 plus total. So, Jammu, what do you think about this game?
This is definitely going to be one really exciting game, given how the two teams have been faring in the last 2 or 3 games.
Yeah,
Mumbai has sort of found their rhythm back. I think their batting has started firing, and
yeah,
the way the senior guys are taking the responsibilities, it's really good to watch. Bowling, they have their concerns and they need to address their issues. Except for Chawla, I
right.
don't think people have been consistent. At the
Yeah,
same time, I think Gujarat, the way they defended the last game, Hardik getting into runs, and the lesser known bowlers in say Noor Ahmed, Mohit, they doing the job with the ball. I'm certain Gujarat will be the happier of the two teams getting into this game.
absolutely. Amazing, right? You see so many greens among the bowlers here.
Yep, yep,
And yeah, so very good signs for Gujarat.
yep.
Okay, so getting right into it, let's, any obvious buys that you can think of.
I think based on the last game, I'm definitely going for Cameron Green as one of the definite buys.
Yeah,
Um, he started bowling his quota of 4 overs, bats at three, and we have seen with his long levers and his he's becoming more and more consistent as a batsman. So
right.
me, he walks into the team.
And he's coming up the order as well now.
Yep,
So
yep,
more often than not. So good signs, very
yep,
good signs.
yep.
What about Gill? I think
I'll
Gill,
definitely, yeah. Had a bad game, but can happen to any batsman. I think with all of us as part of the panel, right? I think we all rate Gill really high, and
yes,
I feel I just expect a big innings out of him. He has given a good 60, 70s here and there, but
yeah,
if he can pick on the lesser experienced attack of Mumbai Indians, I think he can score some big runs.
right. And Ahmedabad having, we've seen some games where the ball has been swinging at least early on quite a bit. So where would you put, someone like Shami? Uh, is he an X factor or does
For
he get
me, if,
into
if if Gujarat are bowling first, I feel Shami walks into the team because one is he is being one bowler to watch out for in the power plays. He's swinging it big both ways, and at the same time, gets I think an over or two based on the match situation at the death end and can pick up a couple of crucial wickets at the back end as well.
yeah, right. Hard to look beyond Rashid as well.
Yep,
Such a consistent wicket taker.
correct,
Can score a few down the order
correct.
if the opportunity comes. Right.
Where would you
What
put
do you think
Hardik in the
about
setup?
Hardik? For me, Hardik, it's always about looking at the team when the toss comes out.
Yeah.
Uh, Looking at that, I kind of get an idea. Is Hardik going to bowl? Is Hardik not going to bowl?
Mhm.
But I think Ahmedabad, he typically tends to bowl more often than not as it suits the Pacers more.
Yep,
So I would still put him as an X factor since he's not been in red hot form.
correct.
He's coming back to form. He played a crucial knock last game,
Yep.
but uh, people may not have as much confidence. But yeah, I think he would be a very good pick if he bowls as well.
Yeah. And I also look at, sort of matchups against when a player goes against his ex team. I feel there's always this added motivation of,
Right,
it's always been a case that there's always
to
some
perform.
sort of bad taste you feel if a team has let go of a player. And then I feel players are doubly
Right,
motivated to, go ahead against their ex teams and prove a point.
right, right. What do you think of Mumbai's openers, Rohit and Ishan?
I think the problem I have with both of them is not being consistent. Rohit, I
Yeah,
think, for me, he's someone who's definitely getting good 30, 40 run start. So for me, Rohit is an X factor.
right.
Again, Kishan and Saha, right? The two
X
keepers,
factor.
I decide based on the toss. Saha is someone who's giving you good 60 points, but Kishan on his day can easily give you a good 120, 130. So
Yes,
the problem
yes,
is Kishan should spend some time trying to settle himself at the crease up front. But at the same time, looking at Gujarat's bowling lineup, right, up front, especially Shami, I feel, they can trouble him with a bouncer or two. So uh, I'll
right,
I'll definitely have Saha as my X factor by, and I'm a little skeptical about keeping Kishan in my team, although he definitely
right,
is a good X factor.
right, right. Coming to the team here. Uh, so do you think now, this is, I think being Ahmedabad, Alzari walks, probably comes back into the team
Yeah.
and it's a toss-up between Little and Noor.
Yep. So I think
Yeah,
Little is definitely going to be out based for national duty in after the test that they're concluding. So I feel
right.
they are gonna go back, say after finding Mohit, right? I think they're gonna go back to either Alzari or Noor based on what the pitch condition is like. For
Yeah,
Ahmedabad, I feel Alzari is gonna be back in the team in place of Noor. And
yeah.
also looking at how Mohit has performed the last couple of games, right? I think
Yes,
uh,
yes.
I feel he's a good X factor pick
Agreed.
in the team because he's definitely the one bowling his quota of 4 overs, and uh, to me he looks more ready than ever playing the IPL. He's been very good with his line length, so uh,
Yes.
a budget pick. If you want to look past the likes of Shami and Rashid, Mohit is definitely one option. That's the top three contender bowlers for Gujarat.
He's been great. I think he's been bowling those tough overs. He
Correct.
bowls in the death, so he's likely to take wickets, more opportunity to take wickets.
Yeah.
Right. I think he's a very good X factor. I think coming to again, Mumbai's top order here, there's apart from Green, who's been doing well in general, Tilak finally had an off game,
Yep.
came down the order with very few balls left, but
Yep.
I think it's still a very good pick. I know, you know,
Correct.
uh,
I still feel Mumbai sort of missed a trick last game. They were going really well in the chase, and I think they
right,
sent Tim David above Tilak last game. I
right,
feel based on the current form, right, and the sort of responsibility Tilak is taking, he should have been the one coming at that position. Even if would have gotten
right,
out, he always had a Tim David backup. I think they went for more muscle than someone like a Tilak who's probably who takes a little bit of 5, 7 balls to get started. But Tilak
right,
has been definitely one of the best players this IPL, the one of the best
correct,
uncapped players too. And Tim David
correct,
looks a little rusty in terms of getting those big shots going. So I
right.
think rightly put him in the wait and watch list. And I feel that, if Mumbai are batting first, he still becomes a lethal weapon as an X factor. But still, I feel he's a wait and watch in terms of overall dynamics of how we come up with the team.
You're right. Now, what are your thoughts on Sai Sudarshan? It was interesting to not see him play, but I think if we see him in the playing 11, he's another very good
Oh
pick
yeah,
in the uncapped.
he's also someone who has impressed us a lot. Sai Sudarshan, I'm not certain on the reason on why did he miss the last game, but
Right,
I think Gujarat are a very balanced side if Sai Sudarshan is batting at three because
right,
one is he's not throwing away his wicket cheaply. He's getting you those tough 30, 40 runs if the pitch conditions are tough. And that
right,
gives you the option of maximizing your Millers, Tewatias, and Rashids at the middle order and lower middle order. So I feel Sai
right,
Sudarshan should be starting this game unless he has an injury or was unfit. But
right,
definitely a must-have player in the Gujarat lineup.
right. And coming to, the budget. X factor bowlers, I think even Chawla is a very
Oh
interesting
yes,
choice.
Chawla. All the old horses turning back the clock, right?
Yeah,
Chawla's,
right.
Rahane, Ishant
Absolutely.
Sharma. It's really really nice to see, and I think that's the beauty of the IPL. At times, as teams, you go into auctions, keeping a lot of youngsters in your mind, making sure that
Right.
you have a very young dynamic sort of a team, but this just proves that there is no substitute for experience and in the game of
Exactly.
cricket, and these guys that are definitely making the most of their opportunities.
Right. And Chawla, always been a wicket taker. I think is one of the highest wicket takers in IPL all
Yep.
time.
Yep.
Yeah. I think again, two very important players for MI, Sky and Archer.
Yep.
Uh, what are your thoughts on them? I think Sky is coming back to form, two
Yep.
back-to-back good knocks. Very good to see.
Yep. I think both X factors for me. I'd still again, I'll just probably wait for one more innings of Sky because consistency
Right.
has been an issue for a good time now, like the last 2 to 3 months. But the caliber that boy has got is Sky is always
Enough.
it for him. Like some of the shots he played last game, uh, he as a viewer, like at times you see him getting into uncomfortable positions and then play
Yeah.
the way he gets across the behind the ball and the shots he plays, they're just beautiful to watch. I think
Yeah.
Mumbai in particular will take a lot of confidence from how he has played the last couple of games. And
Right.
a bowling lineup like Gujarat, right, where Alzaris and Rashids are operating in the middle order, such Sky becomes a key. I think Sky and Tilak become a
Exactly.
key on what's the total they are either setting or chasing. So
Right.
Sky is definitely a very good buy. And Archer, I know he did not pick up a lot of wickets last game. We can still put him in a wait and watch, but it was really good to see him nailing those Yorkers at the end. So in spite
Right.
of this being a very high scoring game, the last one, the way he bowled those last 2 overs and the way he got Karan out, right? Um,
Right.
I'm certain that he's right, getting into the groove of getting to his best. If he gets to his best, I am sure he's going to pick 2 or 3 wickets every game and definitely turn matches around for Mumbai.
Absolutely. A player to watch out for
Yeah,
because again, when he's fully fit, he can, keep taking wickets
correct.
as we have seen. I think any other, I think we've pretty much covered all the important players here in this game.
Yep.
So moving on to the Dream 11. So no, before going to the Dream 11, let's discuss our captain and vice captain choices. So, looking at the safe options, I think if we look at, there's Gill, Green.
Yep. Gill, Green, I feel uh, Hardiks and Rashids also are sort of safe
Yeah,
choices if you're looking at 70, 80 odd points. But I think Gill, Green, even say the likes of Sky or Rohit, right? They can maximize points for you. So I think between these four, I'm definitely choosing Green as my first choice and Gill as my second choice.
yeah, yep, makes sense. Coming to the Dream 11, Dream 11, like we were discussing, a lot of star players in this game
Yep.
who just walk into your lineup. Gail, Rohit has been striking it well. Surya, Piyush Chawla been taking wickets. Shami on that Ahmedabad track, any given ball is a threat to take a wicket.
Yep.
And then, of course, as we just discussed, Hardik, Rashid, Green are as reliable as all-rounders you would find in general.
Correct. Yep.
So I think coming to the possible differentials, I think as Jammu rightly mentioned, if MI bat first, Ishan Kishan has that license to just go and bat freely uh, without having any sort of a target in mind, right? And Miller has been an amazing chaser. We have seen him do this for the past 2 seasons now, where Miller has been a very reliable chaser. So I think he is a very good differential, especially if MI bat first, put up a competitive total like a 180 where the game is not completely out of Gujarat's grasp, and Miller becomes an X factor there. What do you think of Saha if GT bat first?
I really like the way Gujarat are using him, and I
Yeah,
think last game he scored, although it was a small game, a small scoring, like low scoring game, he made
yeah,
sure that he scored a good 40. So I feel always right up there, giving you safe 60, 70 points. He's scoring 30,
yeah,
35 with the bat, two catches,
yeah.
one stumping, right? Like he's giving you a good 60, 70 points. Um,
Right.
I'm not certain on the fact that, if he is someone who can give you big points. Like, I don't think
Yeah,
that's his role. I think the management expects him to start trying to whack more and more,
yeah,
say,
yeah,
post the power play. So
yeah.
between Ishan and Saha, right? Ishan looks like a binary sort of a player.
More upside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's either, single digits or giving you big scores. Saha is more of like that conventional player, like 60, 70 safe points. But if I if I were to pick one of these two in my team, I'll go with Kishan. Just
Kishan. Yeah,
because on his day he can take bowling attacks apart, and then can easily give you even a century, right? Like the
yeah.
caliber this guy has.
Right, right. Absolutely. And then coming to Mohit Sharma, he bowled a phenomenal last over in the last game, which got them a victory against Lucknow. And he's come back with such good form. He's been bowling good lengths, hard lengths. He's been very difficult to put away. And as we discussed, he's bowling the tough overs where batsmen try to go after him. So a lot of opportunities to take wickets.
Correct.
And then, coming to possible avoids, players like Vijay Shankar, especially Tewatia, he's coming very low down the order just to play a last couple of overs, or last 3, 4 overs at max. And same with Vijay Shankar, and they're not bowling their quota of overs either. So very limited opportunity to score fantasy points, even though they might be valuable assets for their teams.
Yeah.
And Tendulkar was a tough game to watch, was a tough over to watch for me as an MI fan. I think he will be low on confidence.
Yeah.
So I would stay away from him for now. And Vadera again, no clearly defined role, comes
Correct.
very low down the order. So I would stay away from these
I
players.
think one of these two, I think Vadera, I see getting dropped in this game.
Yeah,
I know the opportunities have been limited, but in a competition like IPL, right? That's
yeah,
probably all you get at times. So um, between Vadera and Tendulkar, I see Vadera being dropped for this game. Tendulkar might get the backing for a game or two, but
yeah,
I'm certain that Rohit is definitely not looking at him bowling those crucial overs anymore.
yeah, 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 yeah. Agreed. Coming to, captain, vice captain choices, I think the safe choices remain the same that we had discussed, right?
Yeah.
And who would be your bold picks? If you want to go bold, captain, vice captain.
Yeah. I think I'll go one will be Shami. He's not that bold a pick, but given the names on the left, right, the four names on the left,
Right,
sort
right.
of moves down the pecking order, but definitely has the potential of easily picking up three, 4 wickets
Yes,
in
yes.
any given game, and especially Ahmedabad where the ball is seeming so much right. I think he becomes a big threat to the Mumbai lineup.
Right. What about if you had to pick a vice captain, another one more bold pick?
A bold vice captain for me will be Rohit. I think he's getting back to his best. IPL, I know he's not as big a threat as he has been on the international scenario, but
Yeah, yeah,
uh, Rohit also is someone right who can destroy oppositions.
absolutely. He's playing well. I think he just goes, extra hard, and I think he's looking to get those, maximize the power play. So he goes really hard a lot of times. But yeah, very good picks. I think I think that's it. And wishing everyone all the best. May your fantasy team do well.
If you have to pick a winner, I know between Mumbai, like you being a Mumbai supporter, will definitely go
Yes.
for them. But do you think they are at their like their level best and then firing all cylinders, or what's the areas where you're looking in terms of improvement as a team?
I think for me, Mumbai really needs to improve as a bowling unit. You know, their batting unit is doing well.
Yep,
Tilak is playing well. Green has been performing up to expectations. Rohit is giving those quick starts. Kishan is also playing with confidence. So I think the batting is mainly sorted. I
yep,
think the bowling needs to come together. Piyush Chawla has been bowling really well.
yep,
I'm really hoping that Jofra Archer comes and starts getting into the groove and stays injury free for the rest of the season.
yep,
And it's so important for the other bowlers to chip in, like the Shokeen to come and stem the run flow in the middle overs. So everyone needs to do their part, and I think the bowling part is where I see a major room for improvement.
yep. Let's see. It's gonna be a cracker of the game,
Absolutely, yeah,
and I also expect Hardik to, sort of be more aggressive and
yeah.
probably fire all departments and
He'll be fired up.
take it, yeah, against Mumbai. I think that's I think some love was lost when he was let go, but
Yes, yes,
I think he has
for
definitely
sure.
proven himself and on what he can do, and they have definitely built a successful franchise around him.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
All right. All the best to our viewers, and make sure you capitalize on, getting the right place and making most of the fantasy points.
Yes.